Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. And yes, you're seeing this on a Tuesday. I've been thinking so much lately about whether or not I should split my vlog into two shorter ones because they are very long. They're like 40 to 50 some minutes and it's getting a little ridiculous. I personally do like watching long videos because I can have them on in the background, and I know a lot of you have spoken up saying the same, but it feels like a lot of people when it's in the comments, but is that the reality? Is it just a vocal minority? You know what I mean? Then I was like, wait, why don't I just look at the numbers? I have the analytics on the computer. Like, you can look all that stuff up about your channel. So I took a look, and my average watch time for my vlogs is 25 minutes. So most people are only watching half the video. So I think the long form is scaring people away. Maybe they intend to come back to watch the rest and forget, or maybe they're just not into long videos. And I feel like it really scares away new people. So I've been thinking about it, and I am gonna do a trial run here where we are splitting it into two. So I'm still filming on my same days because I now have a big Monday through Thursday block since I moved the live streams to the weekend. And so I can use 2 of those days to film one vlog, 2 for the other. Although right now it's actually Saturday. Today's not one of my filming days, but I just want to film today to get on schedule for next week's filming. Just a little catch up to kick off the new schedule. Oh goodness. I was up a little late last night live streaming because it was the Friday game stream day, and I was playing Sekiro, and I made some really good progress in that, and I beat the guy that I was stuck at for a little bit. I was running around and exploring just to level up my character a bit and be stronger before going back, and I beat him first try of the day, so that was pretty good. And then I came across some other hard bosses, but I made good progress. I'm liking the game a lot more because I like a lot of the Soulsborne kind of games. But Sekiro, I was a little unsure about it when I started it, but now that I've got the hang of it, I'm really liking it. And Night Rain comes out later this month, at the end of the month, I think, which is also by the same company, and it's an Elden Ring kind of spin-off thing, but it's a completely different style of game. So I'm gonna give it a try, see if I like it. That's more of an online multiplayer kind of thing, so it'll be different. In my last vlog, I opened up these pens, and I wanted to use them for sketching, but they are just too juicy. They're too good. They'd be great for writing, but not so much for sketching because I want to be able to do thin, wispy lines. And then I ordered these. So I purchased these before the vlog went up. So you guys left me some great recommendations, but it was too late. I had already ordered these ones. But I've got backups in case these don't work out. I think they will be fine though. So these are the Bic Crystal, which are just like these. So I've had these for a long time. There were purple and green ones too. I think all of those ones dried out, and now my blue ones are drying out. I was using them in my last sketching session that you saw in the vlog. They were drying out, and so I was switching to this one, but it was a little goopy and not ideal. So I was like, ooh, let's just buy more ballpoints. So I was like, yeah, I know I like these. Why not go with more of those? I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. So these are slightly different though. They don't have the colorful barrels. They have clear barrels, and these actually have a wider tip. I did open it up to test one of the green ones. I specifically went with this set over these ones because this has more colors in it. We have 7 different colors in this one versus these that come in 4 different colors. And the Bic pens are exactly what I want. I can go very light like that. See what I mean? Or I can go darker. So this is perfect. These do have a thicker tip on them. They're a 1.6 millimeter, which is interesting, but I don't think I'm gonna care about that. It's perfectly fine being a bit of a thicker tip. So yay. These ones though would actually be great for the art journaling as long as they don't get goopy on me. They would be nice. I have so many colors to choose from. Nice bold writing. I often go for a felt tip kind, like the Sharpies or one of these. But it'd be great to have another option, especially if it's a text-heavy page. So I'm still excited to have these, and I'm going to keep them. And now we have these as well. I was checking these pens being like, I swear I have Pentel RSVP, which is what people are recommending. Yeah, it's these ones right here. I only have black, though. That's quite nice as well. Oh, I got a goop. Oopy goopy. It does the right thing though with the light lines. This one's very fine tip. What is this? Oh yeah, it says fine. Fine tip and bold. No in between. Next on the agenda, I'm going to finish my art journal spreads. So I did 2 spreads in the last vlog, and I'm going to do the final 2 right now. Just a refresher, here are the first 2 spreads. These stickers are not very sticky at all, so I might have to glue some down, which is a shame. The stickers I drew myself and made with my sticker maker. Yeah, that was spread number 2. And now moving on to number 3. So to start things off, I'm tracing around a piece of paper that I cut out of my sketchbook, but I was a bit foolish because that wasn't one of the pages I tore out. I cut it out, and so it's not actually the full width of a page. So I cut the pink piece too short, just ever so slightly, but it was still usable. I don't have any other pink paper like this to use. It was my one shot, and so we're just going with the shorter piece. In the past, when I did the full color page, I would actually put the paper up against a sketchbook page that's still attached to the sketchbook and trace around it. So I learned my lesson not to do it with the detached page. And then I was cutting out some shapes and things, so I thought I might want a yellow heart, so I traced a heart, and then I was using this little hole punch to make some circles because I love doing little triangular pieces of paper under the corners of photos, and I thought I would switch it up for this one and do little circles on the corners instead, just to add extra color, make it look cute. And then I just had to figure out the layout and get started. And then there I was hole punching one of the white flowers. If you remember in the last vlog, I cut out some flowers that have no outline, so you can't see it at all because it's just white. But I had to hole punch out the center. And then for the second flower, it was a little bit smaller. So first I used a smaller hole punch. It was too small, so I had to use the same size hole punch, but it kind of messed up and the clear coating was sticking, and I basically ruined the second flower. But we still had one, which was all I really needed for the spread, and then glued everything down. And this page has pretty much no text. It just mentions how Susie couldn't make it to the trip, and so I brought a doll version of her. It's just a Chelsea doll, which is from the Barbie line of dolls. I picked a Chelsea because she's small, and she had the little swimsuit, and because Susie is short, but also I just wanted portable doll that's not a full-size Barbie. And so I brought her along with the trip, and I would take pictures of her doing silly things and send them to Susie. And what was actually funny is one point I forgot her on one of the beach chairs because we had sort of a designated section we would meet up with by the pool. And so I forgot her on the poolside chair, and then her husband, who was on the trip, found her and kind of took over taking care of her, and she kind of passed hands a few times like the little traveling Susie doll, and people take pictures with her. It was just a fun little addition. So I had to do a page with pictures of the Susie doll. And then the next page is about a little trip we did into Playa del Carmen, which was just a very short shopping thing early in the day. Nothing too fancy, just a touristy area. And it's really beautiful there. So we walked around, shopped, and we walked along the beach as well. And we got these phallic-shaped popsicles. And man, that store really gives an experience with how they prep it. And they make you participate. It's just a little raunchy, let's say that. And so the 3 of us girls had popsicles, and then we were walking around with them. And there are people who work in the other shops out on the street trying to get you to come into their shop, and they were all just heckling us, including some random people. And this man went by on his bicycle, and he goes, "Holy moly." And so that's why there's a holy moly sticker. And that's also why there's that banana sticker that's from the Joy Sand stickers. There was a page of suggestive fruit stickers, so I had to put one of those in there. And to add a pop of color, I incorporated the doily to emulate the lace paper banners. There we have one spread. I'll do the next spread a little later. I was just sitting here zoning out, planning what I'm going to do for my next live stream, which is tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do is do the second spread on stream and then do some ballpoint pen sketching. I keep staring at the pens like, So yeah, I think that's the plan for the stream. We have a casualty over here. Christian spotted it. The bow. It snapped, and I don't know if it got bumped at all or if it just gave in. It's possible it got a slight bump and snapped because I can't even get this close to the proper position. The string is too tight. Look how much overlap there still is. And if I pull really hard, I can get it close, but it's so tight. There's no way I could glue that back on. So I'm going to have to cut the string and then glue it. I'm tempted to fix it right now, but you know what? I don't have any glue. I'm gonna order some right now because I'm out of my little tubes of the super glue, and the E6000 is half dried out and just doesn't work well. So I'm gonna order some E6000 right now. Right now. What? Do you need shoulder time? I just remembered we have Gorilla Glue, so assuming it's not dried up, that should work really well. Probably better than E6000 or those little tiny tubes. So this is falling over. Glues are supposed to be upright back there. I'm being choked because she's pulling back on the hood. Aha! It was in here. I also have a broken arrow on here, and I did glue it back together once, but it broke apart again. So I could glue that while I'm at it. Now to cut the string. This feels sinful. Please don't be dried up. Please don't be dried up. This top cap is supposed to just pull off. It might be glued on. Oh yeah. Now this looks semi-dry inside. Oh, my glue's dried up. What about down below? Well, I might give it a try just because it's my only option. Okay, that's gonna have to come off. Okay. I think it's good. For this one, I can't really tell if my orientation's correct, but close enough. The pencil appears to be a good height. Now there's one more thing broken about this. It's this blade of grass, and I have no idea where it went when it popped off, so I can't glue that back on. But it's not very noticeable, especially from above. Boop. It just blends into the rest of the grass. Maybe a little creature came up and had a snack, you know? It's now Sunday morning. Last night we ate supper on the couch while watching a show, and by the end of the episode I was asleep. So it was an early night for me, but I'm feeling very refreshed today, very energized, so that's great. You eating more cobwebs? Harassing more spiders? Yesterday she was munching on a web and then she spotted the spider and just swatted him down. He wasn't killed though, he just curled up in a ball and I guess later wandered off. There's a bunch of these little flies out right now. They're all caught in the webs. Yummy snacks for midnight. Yesterday was 27 degrees, which is nuts. That's summer temps. Today, high of 11. And this here's Christian's new coffee maker that he just got for his birthday last weekend from me. It's the Breville grind control, so it grinds the beans and makes the coffee. And I set it up at nighttime while he was sleeping, so I had it out of the box just like this sitting here, and I put a wrapped box over it with a bow on it, and it said lift me, so all he had to do in the morning when he woke up was lift it and use it. I thought that was a fun way to present that, and now we have a new one, because his old one was at least 10 years old, because we got it in the early Vancouver days. And I lived there for about 10 years, Christian about 8, and then we've lived here almost 3 years now. So it was old, it was gunked up, nasty. So now he's got a new one. Oh, also this one can make single cups. So if I want some of this instead of the Nespresso, I can do that. I finally have an idea for a big painting to go up here, because I want to paint something for that wall, but I have not decided on something. So I'm like, what do I want? And I want it to kind of match the color schemes here of the greens and the oranges. And my inspo is Phase 2 Melania from Elden Ring, but kind of abstract, okay? So not just like her body. It would be more of like the hair and the butterflies sort of thing. I'd have to figure out the exact composition of what I want, but that would be it. That is very red heavy, but I can just make it more orangey red, and then I can add in the greens. Like, it doesn't have to be the exact colors from the game, but like the gold tones I would love to get in there as well. So it's like a subtle homage. That would be really cool. And because I've been meaning to do something with the butterflies for so long, I thought maybe I'd make a sticker inspired by it or just some kind of art, and I've yet to do that, but it would be so good for the big painting, and I could make the canvas frame myself because it's going to be huge. If I bought something big enough for that space, I don't think it would fit in my car. But we have a bunch of 2x2s in the garage, and I've got a staple gun. I would need just the actual canvas material. Then I can make my own canvas, paint the painting, put it up there. Oh, finally, because I've been thinking about that for so long. I'm like, what am I putting there? What painting? I think I've got it figured out. Now let's take a look at our glued items from yesterday. It worked. The scary part is putting it back in, because this pokes into a hole and I gotta do it without breaking it. And I can never remember where the hole is. Is it there? Is it this one? Okay, it's in there. It's not in very deep because I don't want to push too hard, but it's in. Now this one, it looks like I got it on somewhat straight, maybe a little off to the left from this angle, and I can just touch up the paint job and then attempt to glue the string back on. Although the string will be short. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. It doesn't even come close to reaching, and that just goes to show how tight that was before. There was probably a lot of tension on the bow. I could possibly glue it to this spot and then find a little piece of similar string or like a piece of thread and just kind of glue it along here so it looks like it's extended a little longer. That's probably the way to do it. And now for part 2 of the art journaling. Once again, a spread without much text. It's really just scrapbooking, not so much art, not so much journaling. And the stickers I drew, in hindsight, I could have made them quite a bit bigger. I was scared I was going to have too many stickers and not enough space, and so I made the stickers pretty tiny. They could have definitely been bigger, but anyway, now that we're all cut up, my art journal spreads should be a lot more artsy and a lot more journaly. Because with trips, I want to include a lot of photos. But if it's just everyday kind of stuff, like here's some stuff I did this month or this week, then it'll be a lot more illustrative. Now the color scheme for this one's based around the wedding colors with the brown and green. And then I added in some yellow just to brighten it up. And looking back at this while editing, it's giving Subway. It's giving Subway sandwiches, but that's okay. It's totally fine. They don't own those colors. And the wedding was actually in the middle of the trip, not at the end, even though it is the last spread in the book. These photos are not in chronological order. They're just sorted by theme. But yes, 2 of our friends got married there, which is the whole reason we were down in Mexico in the first place, and was just such a great trip getting to see so many of our friends all in one place. Not everybody was there, but a lot of our Vancouver friends were. Most of them were, and it was a great, happy time. And the wedding was on the beach right during sunset. It did rain on us while we were waiting for the ceremony to start, but by the time it did start, the rain had stopped and it was great and it was beautiful. And then the dinner and dance were also on the beach. They had tables set up and a dance floor, and it was just great. It was so fun. I cut around the stickers just to get a general placement of where they're gonna go. I honestly probably could have just peeled them and lightly stuck them down because the adhesive is so weak on these. Because after I figured out the placement, I was having to go back with a glue stick and glue them in anyway. But I suppose it's easier to move them around when they're not actually stuck to the page. So yeah, I had fun sticking all the stickers down, and then I had a few gaps to fill, and I was like, what am I going to put? And someone suggested in the live stream that I put the date of the wedding, so I ended up doing that in the top right corner, and I decided to use my stamp set, because I like using the stamps for dates on things, just fun little individual letter stamps. And also I wanted to fill a few more of the white gaps, and so I did my go-to with coloring, like drawing little hearts and circles and things, but I tried to really not overdo it because that's my go-to on every single spread. And I'm like, okay, is it getting old? Is it too much? Do I need to do something different for once? Maybe, but I have too much fun with it, and I can't have too much white showing on the page. I just can't. I gotta fill all the space. And the acrylic markers are perfect for that because they're opaque, so they can go on the white areas of the paper. They can go on the colorful parts of the paper, and they don't show through like a Copic marker does, which is perfect. So yeah, that is the finished spread. Wait for it, wait for it. Ta-da! I like this one a lot. I think the colors go well together, and I like the layout of it, and I like how I pasted in a couple things from the event. And then once again, there's the prior one. So there you have it. So after finishing the art journal spread, I was all excited to plot out the painting idea. So I started off with some little thumbnails. One was meant to be just like the hair and butterflies. This one was you're meant to see more of the wing shape of the character. But I like the idea of it just being the hair and butterflies. It's just a little more neutral and more of an homage to her character, I guess, than direct fan art. And then I came up with this, which is a rough idea of how it will look. It was hard to do it with Copics and my paint pens because I didn't have exactly the colors I was going for, but it's a great baseline to go off of. Just imagine so many butterflies layered on each other. It's gonna look good. And then I was just doodling extra stuff on the side. This is the character that it's based off of. Yeah. But just green and orange instead of red and gold. I mean, there will be gold also in there, but it's going to be more orangey instead of red, and then adding in the green just so it matches the living room colors. Hi. Hello. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? You want back on the shoulder again? Little turd. Looks like a black cat in a full moon. Whoa! Saint Kiki. It's now Monday, and I just thought I would wrap up the vlog because I never filmed a little intro yesterday. But I just finished editing the vlog up until this point, and I'm quite liking it. I feel like I kept it very snappy, like I didn't linger too long on the art journal stuff, because I feel like with the hour-long or like 50-minute long vlogs, it's easy to post like maybe a 10-minute segment that's all the same thing. But I feel like with the 25-minute video, I'm more incentivized to cut it up and keep things snappy. And like I split the art journal stuff into 2 segments as well. And I feel like it just flows so nicely. It has good pacing. So yeah, I think this might be a pretty good change, huh, Keek? Although I think we do have 10 minutes straight of you being a needy baby. Okay, that was an exaggeration, not 10 minutes. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Friday for the second vlog of the week.